Hey everyone, welcome back to a video. This story is like kind of a little old, but I know it's been a couple days, but I kind of want to get around to talking about it because it's really bad for those who game on PC. I plan to eventually, but anyway, well, the latest PlayStation port from Sony's came over in The Last of Us Part 1, which is, people would argue, is like their most iconic game of all time. Especially in the last decade, because that game is like really celebrated among the gaming community with regards to storytelling and whatnot. But anyways, looking at it's got like, what was it, like a mixed reviews reception on Steam. It used to be mostly negative, but it's gone up for some reason. But because of the quality of this port, it's pretty bad, as this image alone would tell you. There is a reason why this image right here is being ridiculed online as a meme, because it's terrible. It looks really bad. And Sony stupidly did not do the research. Like, did people forget the infamous Batman Arkham Knight PC port? Well, the same studio who did that is the same one that Sony chose to do The Last of Us Part 1 on PC. Like, what were they thinking, considering how notoriously bad that PC port is? Like, I remember YouTubers like Angry Joe back in the day doing a huge angry rant on it, and it was well deserved because that port was absolutely terrible. And just when you thought, you know, Iron Galaxy couldn't fuck up a port, after that, they did it here. It looks worse. I'd say this port looks worse than Arkham Knight did, and that's saying something with how bad that port was. It's really bad. Well, let's actually take a look at the Metacritic score review, and I think this should tell you like something weird is going on here. Anyway, here it is, a 56 on Metascore with only 6 critic reviews. I'll talk about that later. As for the user score at 1.7, now that is more justifiable. That is very certainly justifiable. The amount of big issues I've seen and read, that score is very justified. And you're an absolute cuck if you think otherwise. Anyway, just to kind of paint the picture here that I'm trying to tell you, let's look at another review score for a PlayStation 4 game that came out last August in Marvel Spider-Man Remastered. Look at the huge difference. Pay attention to how many of reviews it's based on. Based on 65 critic reviews, Marvel Spider-Man PC got an 87. And the user score, based on 602 ratings, is at 8.4 as of the recording of this video. That alone should tell you that something very suspicious is going on here. Let me put on my tinfoil hat for a second here. Do I think there's like a media bias, like fanboys on either side have said whenever something good comes out about either platform? I do think something weird is going on. So almost a week later, why the hell is it only 6 websites have done reviews on this, when you know damn well if this kind of port came out from an Xbox studio, you know damn well the media would be all over it for weeks, bashing the hell because it's an Xbox game. But because it's The Last of Us, because it's Sony, they want to, you know, sweep it under the rug, acting like it never happened. Come on, you cannot tell me, people cannot tell me that there's something fishy going on here. Come on now. It is so suspicious. Gee, and you wonder why they blacklist Survivor. Is it because they're afraid? Because they won't get review copies if they call out Sony? Big whoop, just buy the game like consumers do. Who gives a crap if you get a review code or not? I get because of, like, you know, you want to be the first out there, why not? Who really cares? Buy a copy if it's a street broken somewhere, if you really care that freaking much. Either way, you're probably going to get coverage on it anyways based on your review. People are going to pay attention to what you have to say about it, about a highly anticipated game, no matter what. But, you know, again, okay, I think I'm taking off my tinfoil hat here, but you kind of get what I'm saying though. Something is very odd, like why the hell? I'd say it's pretty obvious that the mainstream media is afraid of ruining their relationship with Sony, to the point where they will not talk about the port until it's fixed. Now to quickly wrap up my final thoughts on this. Naughty Dog actually responded a couple of days ago. Let's take a look at that then, shall we? The Last of Us Part 1 PC players, we know some of you have not experienced the Naughty Dog quality you expected. Our team is working hard to resolve issues currently preventing you from some of your experience in the game to ensure it reaches the quality level you expect and deserve. Okay, to start that off right there, come on now, Naughty Dog, you knew. You freaking knew. Both you and Iron Galaxy freaking knew what you were doing by purposely omitting review copies. Come on now, because you knew damn well the port was shit, and you knew it. And you released it anyway because you didn't give a fucking damn about what people's thoughts are on your product. You don't give a shit. So once again, rushing out to because they want a cash grab on the freaking TV show. It's blatantly obvious here. Anyway, continuing. A hotfix addressing junior mouse-controlled camera movement and some crash symbol on Last of Us Part 1 PC slated for Tuesday. A launcher pad with additional fixes will be deployed later in the week. Come on now, I don't know, how about you for once delay the freaking game and make sure it's actually complete? Because with that image I showed earlier, it looks like an unfinished port. You cannot tell me it doesn't look like that. Like, what did you expect, Naughty Dog? Did you really expect people were just to simply simp for it? Because, oh, it's The Last of Us? Like, I'm glad that PC gamers actually spoke with their wallet and that they're getting refunds. Because that's the right thing you should do. You should not be okay. It is not okay to let these companies get away with releasing unfinished crap like this. Unfinished garbage like this. Come on. Anyway, to finally finish up the thread. We also encourage players to ensure you are using the latest NVIDIA, AMD, and Intel graphic drivers here. What? How the hell will that even fix any of the freaking issues with the shaders taking up to 2 hours to load? Constant stuttering. I mean, like you even said it yourself, it's jittering with mouse controls. There's many more issues out there. There's many more. The fact that even high-end PCs are struggling with this port should tell you just how optimized piece of crap this port is. When there's even emulation that runs The Last of Us Part 1 even better than this official port, that should tell you something right away. How much of a piece of garbage port this game is. Anyway. Our team and our dedicated partners at Iron Galaxy will continue to investigate and address known issues to deliver the great Last of Us Part 1 experience you expect. Or how about, I don't know, actually delay the freaking port until it's actually fucking finished? Like the AAA gaming industry should be doing it instead of rushing out garbage crap like this? Really? And I saw people like Greg Miller defending this shit. I was like, oh, this is what you get? No, you freaking moron. I know you're joking, but come on now. You've expressed interest over the years of hating PC gaming. Come on now, you meant it. Don't try to pull that faceless saying that, oh, I was just joking. No, you're freaking not. You're serious about what you said. Anyway, wow. Unfreaking believable. Like, why is this shit being accepted? Come on now. It seems that... Wait a second, Wait a minute, wait a second. Didn't Iron Galaxy help with the port of Uncharted? I believe they did too, but I don't remember. Was that game on PC buggy too? Iron Galaxy doesn't just do PC ports, by the way. For those who don't know, they were also involved in the actually really good, port/remaster of Metroid Prime. If you have a Switch, go buy that game right now because that remaster is freaking incredible. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. Yeah, this is uncalled for. It's unjustified, and they are roughly being called out because PC gamers deserve an actual good port. And to Sony, would you have done your research first before picking a studio to port one of your most iconic games to PC? I know people say, oh, bring up Nixies. They're probably busy with something else, most likely. And I saw say, oh, Naughty Dog did it first. That's not entirely the case. From what it sounds like, Naughty Dog initially started, but then they just handed over to Iron Galaxy. I don't know what you were thinking there. You should have went with someone else, Naughty Dog, considering the horrible reputation that Iron Galaxy has when it comes to PC ports. I mean, Arkham Knight, for example. Like, that game's port was so bad that it got delisted off of Steam for a while. That should tell you just how much of a piece of shit that port was when it came out in 2015. That should tell you. Just saying though. And Sony releases Cyberpunk for less than this. And they're just gladly taking people's money on PC. So to all PC gamers, I hope you get a freaking I hope you do your diligence to get that refund, because this shit is it's unacceptable. Period. It should not be accepted. Period. Yeah, don't buy this crap until they actually fix the freaking game, or for once actually delay it until it's actually fucking finished. This ain't a live service, folks. This is a PC port of a single player game is 10 years old. Especially even if it's a remake of a game that did not deserve a remake at all. It did not at all. But anyway, that's what I would say at this point. Yeah. Wow, Sony and Naughty Dog, you should be ashamed of yourselves. Especially for a game that people hold in such high regard for so many years and still do to this day. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Period. It's unacceptable. Period. That's all I really gotta say at this point. But I'm getting real sick and tired of this, and unfortunately people keep buying this crap. It's unfortunate, but it seems to be getting worse and worse, and I really cannot stand it. At all. I really cannot fucking stand it. So, that's all I gotta say on this. What do you guys think? Comment down in the comment section below, and if you like this video, hit the like button, and consider hitting that sub button. We recently just passed 350 subscribers, and I appreciate each and every single one of you that have stuck around for this long. And let's keep it going. Anyway, this is Halo Gaming signing out. Have a good one.